And we are live. Hey,
Good.
shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom to
Shalom.
shalom to the elect. I want to start off by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh Bahashem.
Bahashem, Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shah Bahashem.
Bahashem, Racha,
Rakakadash.
Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elders and bishops who are our spiritual fathers, leaders, and teachers. Peace, love, mercy, and salutation to the elect and the sincere and diligent Akim to Zadakim, and also to the few Aquas that listen and learn to USA Shalom. I'm the brother Malakba, and here with me is the beloved brother Barak Abar.
Shalom.
Shalom, and wanted to do a quick lesson. You see, the title is "The Wicked Elites Are Plotting for the NWO." Now, by now, you should already know what the NWO stands for, and the NWO stands for the New World Order, which is written in the back of your dollar bill in Latin, which would be Novus Ordo Seclorum, right? Which is the New World of the Ages, right? And then Annua Coeptis, which would mean in Latin announcing the birth or the conception of the New World Order. And these wicked elites are absolutely plotting that. And we have a precept, unless you had something, brother.
Now you got it. You kick it off.
Okay, Khan. So this is the book of Psalm 64 and verse. I'll start at verse 5. It says, "They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, and they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep." Now, by them communing of laying snares privately is, thinking of ways how to lure the masses in to accepting their new world order. And of course, they through the use of propaganda, through the use of the media, which is another weapon that they have, another tool that they have, and the constant fear tactics. This is the way they could snare you up, which a snare is a trap, right? And privately, because they do it in secret, they do it in dark, right? And then they say, who shall see them, right? Because while you're sleeping, they're setting up and writing out a whole bunch of legislations, right? And pursuant to Isaiah 10 and 1, they're also setting up unrighteous decrees, right? So they're making the upcoming new world order impossible for you to live, but also under their control through the use of their charagma, which is what they want to have everybody take, right? And they search out iniquities. The word iniquity means sin upon sin. So they're constantly searching out, sinful plots and sinful schemes on how to trap you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They accomplish a diligent search by doing so, right? And the heart is deep, meaning their minds are very deep in that wickedness, right? This is what they practice on a daily. This is their way of being, right? And if you want to make any points, brother, you more than welcome.
Kind.
See if I can pull up another one.
Now you done? You done with that scripture?
Yeah, yeah, that was it.
Get Psalms chapter 2, Baba Kusha.
I got you. 2 and verse 1.
Yep, start from the top.
I got it. Yeah, it pulls up. I believe it pulls up, right? Yeah, it pulls up.
Yeah.
You got
This
it up.
with the Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Going into the topic of the discussion, how the elites, their agenda is to fulfill their new world order by fusing humans with technology, right? By implanting people with a radio frequency identification chip, by crashing the Federal Reserve or the American dollar, the FRN note,
Hmm.
right? They want to cashless society. They call, people call it what we just had in 2019, the 19 VC, a pandemic, but really it was a pandemic. Okay, it was planned by the global elites, right? These are all trial runs. Even that, the strike on uh the shipment strike, you know, the oil strike, the list goes on. These are all being orchestrated and manipulated by the elites, right? Because they ultimately want to pass bills and legislations and laws so they could fulfill their new world order. So it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Because they believe that they're going to be the rulers of the planet Earth. They're trying to make their own kingdom of heaven on earth. Go ahead. Oh, verse 2. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Right? So the brother had, sent the video prior to us doing his lesson, how they got think tanks, how they got councils or brainstorming what new plans or how they want people to rebel against, what they want people to be upset about, what new trends they want in society, right? They have think tanks that create these pandemics, these uprisings, these rebellions, who's going to be the next president. That's all scripted, that's all orchestrated. Nothing is done without planning. All right. It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from amongst us. Because their whole plot is to destroy the nation of Israel, which the Israelites today consist of you so called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Okay? That's the true threat to the New World Order. That is the true threat to the elites, the Israelites, all right, and their Lord, Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah. It says, verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. How is the Lord going to have them in derision? Because the same things they're orchestrating, right? World War III, right? Implanted people with a radio frequency identification chip is going to be their same demise, right? Them trying to orchestrate World War III, because remember, all wars are bankers' wars. War just leads to capitalizing off of the poor people in the poor countries. So when there's war on the earth, remember, I forgot, it might have been Warren Buffett, a quote by Warren Buffett. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you invest, or something like that. It's
Con.
like when there's blood in the streets, that's when they make their most money. Just like, just example, Exhibit A, 19 CV. The companies made the most money in the planet Earth. Like that was the biggest rise in stocks and investments during the pandemic. Because when there's blood in the streets, that's when you're supposed to invest. That's when you're supposed to make money. So that's why they're bringing war to the planet Earth, because they're trying to make money. They're trying to make slaves of people, because this devil can't be satisfied. All right.
That's right. That's right.
So it says, the Lord shall have them in derision, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them with a sore displeasure. So the Lord is going to vex them with his wrath, because the same missiles that they built to protect themselves is going to destroy themselves. The same missiles they use to to keep the nations at bay is the same missiles that's going to be used against them to destroy them. You got it out.
Con, I want to get the book of Job. I believe it's verse 20 and 4. Con, this is Job 20 and verse 4. It says, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Now, it was a beautiful lesson that I was watching, where the beloved elder Apostle Gabar was going into, and I also was checking that out. I was about 10, 15 minutes into Elder Apostle Tahar, his lesson, where they were basically going into, where he was going into the fact that the 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 rule of an empire is about the span of 250 years. Now, from 1776 to 2026, that's 250 years. So these doubles don't really rule for a very long period of time. And that right there automatically should tell you that we're heading closer to the collapse of this empire, because this is in fact an empire, right? This right now where we're in the modern day Greco-Roman Empire, right? And Greco-Roman because you have characteristics of Greek and in an unprecedented amount of characteristics of Rome as well, right? You also have glimpses of Medio Persia and glimpses of Babylon, right? All balled up into one empire, which is America, right? Babylon the Great, right? So continuing on, it says, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, because he is a hypocrite, but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, right? Their power, their whole power structure has mount up to being at the top of where it's at, right? And though his head reached onto the clouds, because of course he thinks that he is the most high, Isaiah the 14th chapter, right? It says, Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, like his own shit. So, in other words, all this rulership is going to mean nothing because it's going to be brought to shit, right? Obadiah, the first chapter, it tells you that the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, those that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. Why is their habitation high? Look at their skyscrapers. Look at where their habitation is. They have tons of skyscrapers that goes all the way back to Petra, right? Them dwelling in the high mountains and in the tops of mountains, right? Look at the representation of what America's symbol is, the bald eagle, the highest flying bird, right? Which even they had the same eagle in the Roman coins. Now I'm not sure if they had it in the Greek coins, but I know they had it on the Roman coins. So that all proves that these devils are in fact Esau Edom, right? And then of course the JOOs that are in our land, right? They have greatly polluted our land. Look at all that they have done, right? It says, he shall fly away as a dream, and he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. So in other words, he's not gonna be anymore, right? And of course, when in the kingdom, they're gonna be like, is this the man? Is this the man? Because he really is gonna be insignificant in the kingdom. Right now, he's got all the power, but of course, this is their rulership, but it's gonna come to naught. You got it, Doc.
Yeah, it's going to come to naught. Um, hold on. I was just looking up something. I was looking up Greek coins. They got different ones. They got ones with owls.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a whole
con.
bunch. It's a whole bunch like idols on them. But I got something. Hold on. Get Revelations. I believe 12, 12 and 12. Baba Kusha.
I got you. I got you.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, woe meaning death and destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Now the devil is talking about the Caucasian race, because the spiritual demon Satan does not have that power to so-called bring down great wrath. Wrath belongs to the Lord, right? And the Lord uses the Caucasian race as his weapon. Let's get that real fast. Song 7 and 15, I believe.
Oh, 7 and 13. I got you.
7 and 13.
Con.
And then we
7 and
could jump
13
back.
disappoint him.
Yep.
17. Psalm 7, right?
Yep.
I think it's 17 and 13. You talking about where it says
Which is thy sword.
yeah, 17 and 13.
Oh, 17 is Lakia.
17 and 13.
I always get them mixed
It's
up.
all good. It's all good.
The
Yeah,
book of
con 17
Psalms,
and 13.
Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. Oh, Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Hmm.
See, these are two attributes that describe who the wicked is, who the devil is. Okay? So it says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And according to the blessing or the prophecy that the Heavenly Father through Isaac gave Esau, Esau's blessing was the sword. Okay. So by process of elimination, we learned that the Caucasian race are the Edomites because there's no race on the planet Earth that lives by the sword and dies by the sword the way the Edomites do, right? We can jump back to Revelation 12 and 12.
Con. I got you.
And not only do they live by the sword, which the modern day sword today is the guns and the missiles and warfare, but also psychological warfare.
Hmm. That's facts. That's a big fact right there. Yeah.
And that goes to the topic of the top. The wicked elite are plotting for the and new world order.
Hmm.
That is psychological warfare. Okay. They have a blessing to weaponize psychology. They weaponize spirituality. They weaponize education. They weaponize health. They weaponize spirituality. They weaponize the food. They weaponize everything
Yeah.
because that is his blessing, the
Hmm.
sword. Okay. So back to Revelations 12 and 12. And then after this, get I believe Revelations 5, the red horse, with he took the peace from the earth.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll get that.
But therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. So the Lord already told us, like, destruction is going to come to the earth. All right. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea, for the devil, the Caucasian race, the wicked, according to the Bible, is come down onto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath a short time. He knows he got a short time, right? He knows. Why does he know? Because contrary to popular belief, Esau knows the scriptures. All right. Esau knows the scriptures. He has prophets on the left hand side, mages, sorcerers, astrologers, soothsayers. He got wicked priests on the left hand side, and they prophesy and they tell them whatever the spiritual demon Satan tells them. All right, whatever message he conveys them or deceives them to believe, and they know that Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world to come, whether they believe in it or not. But they know that's in the scriptures. That's why they took the Apocrypha out, because there was so much truth hidden in the Apocrypha, right? Esau is the end of the world. And they know this, when they see the prophets on the highways and byways, they know this is the part of the signs of the time. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to who they are. They know this is the signs of the time. So he's going to come down with great wrath, man.
That's
All
right.
right? Go ahead.
You want me to get Revelation 6 and 4?
Yeah, I think it's 6 and 4, 5 and 4.
Yeah, I got it right here.
And this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It says, and these went out another horse. I'm going to get it because it looked blurry on my screen.
Okay, con.
Salakia. I know they could see it clearly, but I can't.
You want me to try to blow it
Nah,
up?
nah, you good. It's just the
Okay.
stream, y'all. The stream, y'all, it looks blurry, but on YouTube it looks clear.
Okay, con. Got you.
Um, Revelations chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Now, horse symbolizes power, right? And the horse was red. What race of people does not have melanin? What race of people has no pigmentation to their skin? No other race but the Caucasian race. Their blood show forth through their skin. So now,
Yeah, that's right.
when the scriptures speak about this horse that was red, it is metaphorically or symbolically talking about the Caucasian race. All right, and power was given to him. Right, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, as is written in Job chapter 9, verse 24. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. Is not the Russians doing that against the Ukrainians,
That's right.
right? Is not America against Russia, and so on and so forth. America's against Russia, Israel's against Russia, and there's a whole bunch of back and forth going on. It says, and to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword,
Sword. There goes that sword again.
because the wicked elites are plotting for the new world order.
Hmm.
And that's a part of the sword, the psychological warfare, the pandemics, crashing the economy, trying to fuse humanity with technology. All right, trying to create their own everlasting life by uploading their minds to the computers. That's all their fantasies and wet dreams, but none
Hmm.
of it's going to come to fruition. All right, you got it now.
Con. Let me get the let's get I'm gonna get Proverbs 29 and verse 2.
And let me know how
This is
long you
Proverbs.
want to go, because I know you got to go.
Yeah, Con. I could get it till like 2:55, so I have more than enough time. 2:55, 3 ish.
Come,
3.
come.
Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And clearly, the righteous are not in authority. And those people that are in the land of our land, I should say, are not the righteous, right? It says, the people rejoice. Clearly, nobody would be going through it. Nobody would be eating poison. Just recently, you had a E. coli out, uh, recall on the either way, you're not supposed to be eating that garbage on the quarter pounders in McDonald's. You just had that. About, I think, one person died, 10 people got sick, something along those lines. But these devils have always been known to poison foods. You know that you got recalls on certain things from time to time, right? You got this
Boys
devil.
had meat. Boys had meat.
Yeah, boars had meat, exactly. And then another thing is too, you got Kill Bates that wants to take over the crops. He ain't got no business being involved in the farms. He always wants to stick his head into what he doesn't need to stick his head in or hand in. You know, his whole thing in the beginning was Microsoft. All he needed to do was stick to that, but no, he wanted to be involved in the medical industry, right? He wanted to come up with these jabs, and he told you very much so in your face, right? In a little seminar that he had, all we need to do is create these jabs and we could eliminate half of the population. That came out of his very mouth. And a lot of you people just disregarded that. So, once again, when the righteous are in authority, the The people rejoice, and the righteous will be in authority in Yahweh Shai's kingdom, right? With the 144,000 and the innumerable multitude, truly rejoicing, where everything is set in order. Because right now we live in disorder, where everything is contrary to what the Heavenly Father set up to be righteous, set up to be good. Everything that you see around us is nothing but evil, right? Wickedness, right? We are slowly in the glimpse of a dystopian world, right? And dystopia is bad place. This bad topia place. So we're living in a bad place, right? So it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Look at all the people that are in a state of mourning. Look at all of the homelessness that's has been that you see out here, right? Look at all of the crisis of drugs, oh, and whatever have you. You know, just look at the world around you. Period. This America is becoming a third world country in many parts of America, right? A lot of people are struggling to make ends meet, right? These devils get in your check right before you grab it, right? These devils always got their hands in um what you try to grab onto. Before you grab fruits and vegetables, he already done sprayed it. Before you get your check, he already done took it, right? Anything that you get your hands on, this devil already tainted it. Even when you try to eat right, get herbs, and I mean we are truly in a state of mourning. This is why we need Yahweh Shai, you know, and he's even corrupted the minds of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? You don't know what the hell to believe, but this is the truth, right? This is the marvelous light, you know. But if you disregard, of course, like it says in Proverbs 13 and 13. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick, if I may. Proverbs 13 and 13. It says it real quick. It says, whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. That's very plain and simple, right? So you despise what the men of the Lord are telling you, right? You're going to be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. You're going to be rewarded. The men of the Lord that have been constantly doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Lord willing, are going to be rewarded. You're going to see them, being delivered right before your eyes. And then 2/3 of you are going to be destroyed. When you see those missiles flying right over you, I'm sorry, but there's no chance to come out of it. No chance. You got it, Doc, if you want to get a few precepts.
Kind. You could get Psalms chapter 83.
Oh, yes. That's absolutely.
Because these are your so-called
Nikatomo.
new,
Yep. The enemy of
yep, these are
Nikatomo.
your so-called New World Order scriptures. Because the New World Order is in the Bible. The so-called Illuminati is in the
That's
Bible.
right.
The Lord prophesied and told us of these wicked people or these wicked rulers. All right. This is the book of Songs, chapter 83, verse 1. It reads, a song of Asaph. Keep not silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up themselves. When you look up this word tumult, right? Just a Google search. It says a loud, confused noise,
Hmm.
especially one caused by a large mass of people, right? Um, so the elites, all right, in the government, they make a tumult, right? And they that hate thee have lifted up the head because they rise up against the Lord and against his anointed, as it says in Psalms, the second chapter. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, right? What's the crafty counsels? All the behind door meetings, UN meetings, G8 summits. That's all about world domination.
That's right.
right?
World Economic Forums. Yeah.
World Economic Forums, all right? And that's all that's about. How do we keep the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans from remembering who they are? How to keep these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans asleep?
That's right.
How to keep them disconnected from their power? You think it's like all the issues on the planet Earth that they could be talking about, right? But they're not, right? What they're talking about, war.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about, they ain't talking about stopping the Israelis from bombing the Palestinians, right? People that's committing genocide on the planet Earth in the year 2024. Ain't no uprising about that. Ain't no wars about that, right? Showing you that it's like a different playing field. It's a different playing field. Say if blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans was doing what the Israelis are doing today, the world will come against us. The entire
Con.
world would join forces to take down the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But Amalek, all right, which is the small hatters on the 1948ers, they literally they can get away with murder, murdering kids, murdering women, murdering so-called innocents, right? Showing you they're not truly the people of the Most High, man.
And they do it all the time.
And they do it all the time. It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. What's another crafty counsel that they do? Hip hop, right?
Big one. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's like the shit that they put in your face, but you don't know that they're behind it. You know, hip hop, right? The music industry, the entertainment industry,
Mm-hmm.
right? You being drowned with entertainment, right? Which is all spells and witchcrafts to keep you asleep, right? They flood in your ears. They flood you on the TV. They flood you through your music. They flood you through what you see. They flood you through what you hear, right? And they're the ones that's orchestrating it. Who came up with the curriculum for school, right? Who came up with the curriculum for what is education? The small hats.
Mm-hmm.
Who runs the healthcare system? The small hats.
That's right.
So they run education, they run the healthcare system, they run the entertainment, right? So this is the crafty counsel that the scriptures speak about, man. It
Con.
says they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." And that's what they doing, man. When you promoting drill music, that's cutting us off from being a nation. When you promote Mr. Steal Your Girl, adultery, that's cutting us off from being a nation. When you push this pro life, which pro life is so called abortions, pro choice, Planned Parenthood, the Most High created man and woman to reproduce, but you created something called Planned Parenthood. So the Most High was wrong when you got pregnant. When you got pregnant, which should be a blessing, you telling the Most High, nah, this is not the right time.
That's crazy.
The Most High gave you the ability to reproduce, but you telling the Most High, nah, that's the wrong time. You want to plan being a parent.
Hmm.
This is the crafty counsel. This is what's cutting us off from being a nation. And then that's the carnal sense. Let's talk about the spiritual sense, the religions,
Hmm.
right? Not teaching us our nationality, right? Because you have the ability to push that, right? Because you run the education system. You could be teaching the tribes who they are. You could be teaching us we the God's chosen people. Because you have the ability to do that, right? The scriptures say, "Let favor be shown unto the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness."
That's right.
So you could be pushing in the education system, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen people of God. You got to keep God's commandments. But you don't, because you are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Verse 4 says, "Look, they have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Hmm. That's it.
This is the wicked elites plotting for the New World Order. All right. And the part of the New World Order is the Israelites not knowing who they are and not knowing who their power is, who their God is. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Right? So the nations are all in on this. They all in on this. Not just Esau, Edom, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, right? The Mizraims, the
All of it.
Arabs, the Ishmael, Elah. They all in on this, man. Because they could tell us who we are, but they don't. It says the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Notice the number one nation that it names, the first nation it names is Esau, Edom.
The one that's ahead of it all.
The one that's ahead of it all. The leaders, right? The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Notice, those are two nations that partook in the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, that's true.
The two Esau, Edom financed it. They was the slave masters. Ishmael were the slave traders and slave catchers, right?
Gone.
No,
That's
no. Ishmael built the ship, Salakia. But Ishmael is heavy into slave trading as well. Edom financed it. Ishmael built them. Ham caught us. All right. So it says Edom and the Ishmaelites and the Moabites and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek and the
Amalek.
Philistines. It's notice it named Esau twice.
Yeah, Amalek as well, which is Esau Edom's grandson.
Mm-hmm. Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also is joined with them, and they have Hophin, the children of Lot, Salah,
Hmm.
do unto them as unto the Midianites, as Sisera and Jabin in the brook of Kishon. Oh, that was it on that.
hmm And then I have it in the AMP version. I have Psalms 83:5. It says, "For they have conspired together with one mind." There goes that one again, that one world government, one world order, right? They've tried to establish that a few times, even going all the way back during the time of Nimrod, even during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, during that time as well, right? They've always tried to establish a one world order, but if you really notice, they've always done it to the ones that they have a perpetual hatred towards, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because they truly have a serious perpetual hatred. They want you to join them, right? They make it. They try to make it to where you'll never beat us. So why don't you just join us? You know, because we're going to continuously use these weaponized tactics to continuously program you to be more stupefied, more dumbified, if those are even words, right? So that you don't know who the hell you are, and that way you could just say, well, why do you have what do you have against the so-called white man? Why do you have against you? Do you understand? Like it's a plot on your mind. The that's a war tactic, a war tactic of your spirit, of your mind, of your heart, right? To eliminate you. It says, "For they have conspired together with one mind against you. They make a covenant against you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nobody else. That's who they have a serious problem with, you know. And they'll eliminate you. Like I was watching a movie yesterday. I'm almost done. The movie 1992, which basically took place during the time of the Rodney King beatings, right? And basically they acquitted the I believe it was three officers that beat him, purposely done, right? Systematically done, so that they know that Jake would get rowdy in the streets. That's why they did it. That was all systematically done. They knew because these devils want you to act up so that they have a reason to lock you up, you know, to kill you, right? If you notice that when they kill you, whatever happens to these police officers, nothing, right? We could go all the way back during the time of Emmett Till. What happened to them after what they did to Emmett Till? You know, so systematically, there's serious hatred, perpetual hatred towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I mean, it's been proven even in your face, and they're still doing that to this very day. That's it, Doc.
Real quick, can you pull up the back of the dollar bill and we can
Yeah,
wrap it up with that?
yeah, I could. Let me see if I
Because,
can do
like
this.
you said, this ain't nothing new. Since
Let me
the
get that.
forming of this society, they've been pushing their illuministic, Luciferian witchcraft upon you, right? Now, what does this have to do with money, right? What does this have to do with finances? On a dollar bill, you got a pyramid with an all seeing eye, right? An all seeing eye, which goes back to Egypt idolatry, Egypt paganism, and on the dollar bill it has Latin, right? Why is there Latin words on American money? Why is there a pyramid with an all seeing eye with American money? Because this is not money. This is a talisman. This is a
That's right.
spell. This is sorcery
Hmm.
and witchcraft. Now, on it, the Latin word is annuit coeptis, right? When you look up annuit coeptis, that is Latin for um, he approves of the undertaking, right?
Hmm.
He approves of the undertaking. And then under the pyramid, it says Novus Order Seclorum, which translates to New World Order.
That's it. That's it.
New World Order. He approves of undertaking, right? So they've been showing you this since the conception of this wicked world, wicked society we live in, that they've been plotting for this new world order from the beginning, man. And that
Con.
America is just the elite's cash cow. That's it. It's this um it's the three major powers. You got the military might, the financial might, and the monarchy. America, I forgot the order, but I remember like I think Europe or Britain was the monarchy, Rome was the religion,
Oh
America,
yeah.
America is the war, is
Hmm.
the soldiers,
The military.
the
That's right.
military of the planet Earth.
Hmm.
It's the elite's private military. The
Con.
so-called the royal family is the elites, um, so-called royal so-called monarchy, which the Queen, uh, um, King Charles, and all of them, they're nothing compared to the ruling class family or the
The
13 top
Rothschilds.
bloodline. Yep, the 13 top bloodlines of the planet Earth.
Hmm.
They bow down to them.
That's right.
Okay, and then you got the Pope, the religion, the priest. They bow down to the elites, and this is what it's all about right here.
Con.
Novos Order Seclorum. But the Most High is going to destroy the Novus Order Seclorum. All right, that was it. Ak. You can wrap it up.
Con. I'll wrap it up with this one, if I may. It's a lock here. Since we said that, let me get this real quick. Since we said that, you know, that the Lord is gonna that the Lord is gonna, disappoint it. Let's get that real quick, and I'll just close it out on that. This is the book of Job 5 and 12. It says, He disappointed the devices of the crafty, right? And of course, their devices is to get everybody sea hipped, right? So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, so that their power, right? This in the Hebrew is yad, power cannot perform their enterprise. Their enterprise is their new world order. Who's going to disappoint? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So while these devils think that there is no God and that they are God and that they're the ones that are going to perform these miracles on the left hand as God, it's going to be disappointed by Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Thus saith the scriptures, right? Because, of course, when you're wicked and there is not an ounce of righteousness, you have nothing but pride. And the scripture says that the beginning of pride is when one departs from the Most High and his heart is turned away from his Maker. Now, these devils, they were born to be the wicked. So they don't understand righteousness. All they understand is wickedness. They have an idea of what righteousness is, but they don't care for it. You know, they only care to kill, destroy, manipulate, deceive, and try to have power and total control. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we want to give all the praises, honor, and the much deserved glory to Yahweh
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem, Rachak
Rakakwadash,
Kodash. Aduman Rataza. Till next time, we say Kwam Yasha wa
Mashallah,
Ababa.
Baba, Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
You hit exit at the top.